Listen, y'all, watching those videos back about me quitting my job, genuinely uncomfortable. They are so personal and they're so raw. And I know that's why they were successful. So I'm just like, I guess I'll be vulnerable some more. But I don't want to be vulnerable, y'all. Can't we just have a good time? Can't we just have fun? Hey everyone, my name's Chimdi. I'm here to talk to you all about the fact that I quit my job without having another job. This is my third video in the series. I really want to emphasize that just because I don't have a job in the sense of having a salary, that someone is paying me money, that doesn't mean I'm not working. I don't think I made that clear enough in my other videos. So I'm still making money. I'm just not working a traditional 9-to-5 job. That's what I meant by I don't have another job. That came up a lot and it still comes up. I like how one person just phrased it, how will you eat? And I was just like, such a great question. And honestly, it's not funny because some people truly are like at the end of their rope. But I'm really blessed that I'm not at the end of my rope. I often link to people in my video about my salary and my investing and all that, just to show that no, I have savings that I am living off of. I am a YouTuber. Somebody was like, you're a YouTuber. And I was like, yes, like, that is how you are watching this video. I am a YouTuber and I make money off AdSense. I think I've only made 2 videos at this point talking specifically about my YouTube money. The first one was when I was making like $14 total. And the most recent one, I was making more than that. Okay, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it first. Let me just like finish my little intro. I'm here to talk to y'all 3 months in the future. Before we get into it, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already, y'all. So I'm doing some batch recording today. So as of now, I have not yet hit 10K, but it is so freaking close. And y'all are showing out for me. Really is Jesus through y'all. Y'all are tools of the Lord. Hope you know that. Hope you feel yourself being an angel of the Holy Spirit by subscribing to my channel. Wow. I'm saying by subscribing to my channel, you are signing up to be an angel of the Holy Spirit. Do you want that role? Does that feel good to you? Does that feel natural to you? If so, hit that subscribe. If you're like, actually, me and the Holy Spirit, I fuck with him, but I don't fuck with him, I'm gonna leave that alone. Feel free to continue to not subscribe, but of course, keep watching the video because you think I'm great. Okay, let's get into it. So what I was gonna talk about was about this YouTube money. People are like, how you gonna be making your money? And I say, the Lord. And then I follow up with AdSense, savings, and creative projects. So I talked about one of my creative projects, which was that super dope voiceover gig that I got to do with Babbel, super cool. The AdSense, right? My last check from AdSense, not my last check, but like the one before, because it's a more powerful example, was literally $166, which to be clear, is fantastic because some people don't make any money from YouTube, right? Some people aren't even monetized. Some people, when they've gotten monetized, they make like pennies. I put out this video about quitting my job. Y'all, I have now over $1,000 in potential YouTube AdSense money. The irony is not lost on me that I put out a video about quitting my job and the Lord was like,
here's some money, girl.
I feel like it's such a sign. It's like, if you do what you are supposed to do, you will be rewarded. God doesn't want you doing stuff that he thinks will make you unhappy. He wants you to do the stuff that he knows will make you happy and knows will make you feel good, and you will be rewarded for it because it's what you want to do. So someone asked how my parents reacted. If you've seen my trauma video, then you probably already know that I don't have an incredibly close relationship with my parents. So I actually didn't tell them at all. I was living in LA. They live on the East Coast. It's not like we're like in each other's lives. So I can just do whatever I want and I don't answer to anybody, and we really shouldn't and don't have to answer to anybody but our Lord Jesus Christ, and our Lord Jesus Christ is on our side. So did not tell them. And then literally months later, I'm chilling in Mexico and eventually gets back, probably through one of my siblings, that I have quit my job, and or maybe they just saw the YouTube videos. So my dad gives me a call and he says,
Hey Chimdi, where are you right now?
and I say, Mexico. Because here's how it is. I don't answer to people. I answer to the Lord. Obviously, people have different relationships with their parents, and your relationship is yours. Relationships require 2 people. They require, hey, this is what I'd like, and you say, here's what I would like, and then you dance together, right? I am like, this is what I'm gonna give you. And so if you want any more, you can ask, but here's where I'm at. And so my dad says,
so are you in Mexico for your job?
because obviously he knows and he's fishing, and I'm just like, this is hilarious. And so I say, no, I quit my job. But yeah, like we're not giving follow-up, guys. We're not doing it. He says, I don't like saying says, y'all. Someone in my last video was like,
hey girl, you say like a lot.
and so I was like, I appreciate a little bit of feedback. Let me try to incorporate it. I like saying,
And then I was like this.
And then he was like that.
And then I was like this.
so I'm gonna go back to it, y'all, because this is uncomfortable speaking any kind of way, and I gotta be myself, all right? So he was like, why? When I told him that I quit my job. And I was like,
Well, I just don't have a lot of talents that the Lord has given me, and it's my responsibility to live into them, and I know I'm going to be really successful and make a lot of money and get a lot of attention.
like, you ain't gotta tell me, bro. Listen, Jesus morning, noon, and night. I'm never gonna forget that. You have a great day. So that was how I told my parents. And I think the process of quitting your job is symbolic of just where you are in your life, in your moment, right? If you are doing something that you know is not aligned for you, obviously there's a part of you that's lying to yourself that's saying, actually, no, it's okay. Or saying like,
You should be happy you have even this little bit amount.
you know, there's some kind of force that you are currently listening to that's saying what you believe, what you know is true, what your spirit is calling you, your deepest desires, what your heart is like pleading for. Those things aren't valid, so you should just ignore them. And then at some point you realize, hold on. No. I deserve to get what I want. I am beautiful, I am talented, I'm a child of the Lord. I deserve respect, I deserve money, I deserve peace, I deserve joy. All these other voices and things and ideas, they're not true because I know who I am now. And so in the same way that leaving your job is an attesting of that and a reinforcing of that, is in the same way when you show up to people who are like asking you questions and like, wait a minute, why'd you do this? And how are you gonna do that? You're not swayed by that energy because you know who you are now. You know what you want now. You're over that experience of letting other people tell you what you should and shouldn't do. Oh, hey, what are you doing in the abandoned baseball field in the middle of suburbia? That's so weird. So listen, go ahead and thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, quit your job. I don't know what to tell you, baby. This is the third video you watch. You still ain't quit your job, baby. Quit. You know you want to quit. You deserve better. They don't pay you enough, girl. Boy, like, bro. Y'all, they don't pay you enough money. And they wasting your time. And you don't like it. You don't like doing that stuff. It don't matter what your family say. Ignore them. They don't get it. It's not their life. Baby, the way they talk to you. You gonna go in again tomorrow after the way they talk to you today? Really? Really? Baby, I love you. You know you deserve better. Okay, we're gonna talk about this. Okay, bye. I want to talk a bit more about fear and money because someone asked me to talk about that in the poll that I put out. I was wondering whether or not I should actually wait, of course, 3 months before doing another update because obviously I'm loving the SEO and all the increase in subscribers. These videos about quitting my job are getting me, but I don't want y'all to think that this channel is just a channel about quitting jobs. I got a lot of things I'm trying to talk about, y'all. I don't want y'all to think I'm trying to milk it. I know y'all interested. You know, it's like those people who get really successful on YouTube and then all their videos, oh my God, there's a fly in here. And then all their videos become, here's how you get successful on YouTube. I'm not trying to be that person, I promise. But yeah, I put out a poll and 70% of people were like, yep, give us an update. So I was like, bet. I got you. And someone asked me, how are you dealing with the money and the fear around that? And honestly, I do think that having savings and knowing that in the most like 3D version of life, I literally have money in the bank to pay my bills is huge. When I first was thinking about quitting, you know, I talked about it as this leap of faith, but I was like, is it really a leap of faith, Chimdi? Because you have savings. Like, you good, really. And I think that's really interesting to note because this narrative of like, you're living your truth, Chimdi. My ego was like, but are you really? Like, don't give yourself too much credit, okay? You got money, girl. Come on now. And that is something I thought about and something I still think about when people leave me comments and they're just like,
Literally, I have $5 in the bank account, girl, and I am quitting my job because of you. Thanks.
and I'm just like, but I do think in a really fundamental way that the mindset that says I have 10K in savings, that's enough, is the same mindset that says Jesus has me, I'm gonna be protected. Because there are people who have $50,000 in savings and they're still scared. The people who own their own home, right? And who have wealthy parents and they're still scared. It's really more about what is your mindset around money and your ability to get it. If you're not a person of faith, and if you aren't, I'm so sorry for you because it's great over here. But if you're like,
nah, I don't F with that,
then maybe think more about like mindset and abundance. And I use Abraham Hicks, even though that is pretty spiritual, but Abraham Hicks is one of my go-to people, as well as Joe Dispenza, around understanding that you do have the power to change who you are in a very fundamental way. If you are like, right now in this moment, I am so scared because I don't have enough money, that's a lack mindset. So you can change your mindset. You don't have to worry about coming up with some scheme to get money in your account. You can just change your mindset and then the money will start flowing to you because it's energy and we're energy and everything is energy. So if you just vibe right, literally, you're gonna get what's coming to you. I do feel like I do have this savings cushion. So even in taking the leap of faith, I was always gonna fall on my savings. And I also knew I did have a YouTube channel. So I would always fall on those AdSense dollars. But honestly, like I said, after savings and AdSense, I then think friends and family. I have like people that I could literally like live on the couch of. And then I just start thinking about just the facts of having a computer, having a graduate degree, being smart, being cute. I'll always be able to make money. Like, I'll always be okay. To speak more about logistics, so currently I'm staying with my sister in Maryland, and I am not paying rent. So once again, you know, we taken care of out here. It is very nice to know that you have people that you can stay with. But there also are trade-offs that come with relying on other people, right? In any way, shape, and form. And it has to do with control. Someone also asked me to talk about that process of surrendering to God. Being here with my sister, I'm in a situation where I'm not in my own space, where I don't have all my creature comforts, where the lighting isn't exactly how I like, though I must say, y'all, this lighting is really good. I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder, like, your girl is gold and I freaking love it. Oh my gosh, I'm not wearing makeup right now. This is my face. I know. I was at a party. The girl was like,
Oh, what are you wearing?
and I was like,
Nothing. This is my face.
and she was so upset. I was like, I don't know what to tell you, girl. I didn't make it myself. It is Jesus. I don't take credit, y'all. Anyway, but you know, things aren't set up the way I'd like them to be, right? Exactly. And I don't have my own bed. I'm sleeping on the couch. There are sacrifices that I am making because I'm staying with her. But one really powerful mindset to have is that everything is still working for you. That's what I've been thinking about. It's like, wait a minute, Chimdi, how is it that being in this space is actually going to allow you to reach creative depths that you otherwise wouldn't have gotten to? So I was actually watching some Thomas Hubel, as you know I like to do in my free time, and he was talking about the process of when we're healing our trauma, and sometimes we think those feelings that arise, that fear, that shame, whatever else, we think those are in the way. Like if we just get those out of the way, we'd be able to like do whatever it is that we have to do. But actually those feelings are the way, and if you really just like let them unfold naturally and spend time with each of them, that process is actually going to be doing the healing. Being in this space, I'm like, okay, I'm like self-conscious because like my sister's here and I feel like I'm like talking to my diary and I don't want my sister reading it, you know, but I'm realizing this is actually a container for me to take myself to another level. Can I create beautiful content when it's not just me alone in a home where everything is tailored how I like it? Can I create content wherever I am? Am I an inherently creative creature who is able to, in every space she is in, live creatively and pour into myself and create content for you all that's not like,
Hey guys, I was gonna do the video today, but I'm chilling with my sister and I just felt kind of awkward with her being in the same room as me, so sorry.
I'm not gonna do that to y'all or to myself because I know who I am and what I'm capable of. And so realizing that truly every experience is a chance for me to grow and to get better and to give and heal is awesome. Even in thinking about the B-roll that I would use for this video. So I was going to go to DC because obviously DC is right here. And I was like gonna do another one of these update videos where I'm walking through something cool, right? Like I'm in the monuments, I'm walking past the insurrection. The reality is that I'm sleeping on my sister's couch and I'm genuinely grateful for it. Like I'm genuinely like, what a blessing it is to have family where I can pursue a creative dream and someone will let me do that. Like someone will sponsor me to live my creative dreams. That's such a blessing. And I think that really speaks to the way our mindset can shift everything from like, woe is me to like, glow is me. Did that work? So I am still friends with people who work at my old job. In the video that I made about quitting, you all know that I tried to be really intentional about making it very much my journey. Here's what I'm going through. This wasn't a matter of the organization being trash. It was a matter of me not being aligned with the organization. So when I talked to former coworkers, they were kind of letting me know the vibe. It was super interesting because people have mentioned this in the comments as well when they like give their managers like 6 months notice and people are still salty about it. You have to just kind of prioritize your own feelings, what you need, what's right for you over a corporation or an organization's feelings, because the reality is that they will replace you. They will move on. I think my video obviously caused a little bit of a stir internally, which makes sense. And I am an outsized personality. So people were saying,
Oh, we'll really miss you when you're gone.
and I was like, yeah, okay. And unsurprisingly, they replaced me and they don't talk about me no more. Obviously, I want them to continue talking about me forever, but I don't actually really care because I don't work there no more. It's not my business. But I think that keeps a lot of people from leaving is they're like, what will my manager say? What will they think of me? I don't want to hurt their feelings. Just making it really personal. It's nothing personal. It's just business is a phrase for a reason. Sometimes it's just business. And obviously for some people, they are going through it at their job and there are some pretty personal attacks happening. And for you all, I'm just sending you so much love because we both know you should not be going through that. And when you realize it, you won't get out of there. But until you realize it, I'm just sending you love because it means that you still believe that some part of you deserves to be treated like that and you don't at all. At all. Okay. Overall, I am just feeling really, really grateful to be the kind of person who knows what they want and goes after it. There's something really beautiful in understanding your purpose and walking in your purpose. It feels so good. Like it feels really, really good. I had a friend say, she was talking about sexing, and she said, sex is so powerful because you know it's great, but you don't really remember what it feels like until you're actually experiencing it. That's what it's like with quitting your job. People can tell you it's gonna feel amazing, it's gonna feel great, but it honestly, it's like you're breathing different air. I don't know if that's too dramatic. The amount of rest I have now. I mentioned this app in my very first video. Y'all, rest? So many of us feel guilty for resting. When you feel like, the rest that I deserve, here I am getting it. It's a very different feeling. It is a very different feeling. When you wake up with your body's natural rhythms. You're not waking up because an alarm has to wake you up for some call. You're waking up because it's time for you to wake up. There's such a beauty and this elegance of just living your life naturally, how you want to live it. When you hear people talk about the other way of doing it, it just sounds so foreign. I'm planning this trip with my friends. So we're talking about the trip, we're adding cities, the trip's getting longer and longer. And then my one friend is like,
this is already getting long, so I want to really make sure this is something that my manager will approve.
And I was like, I was so confused. I was like, wait. And then I remembered some people have to ask other people for permission before they can move their body. And I'm like, but that don't make no sense because you're a person. But it's like, no, Chimdi, that's what a lot of people have to do. A lot of people have to be like,
hey manager, will you give me permission to move my body?
And the manager is like,
let me think about it. Let me make sure no one else on our team also wants to move their body during that Christmas season. And if they don't, then yes, you can move your body.
And it's like, how does that make sense? I don't make, that's inhumane, y'all. That's inhumane. I'm saying it with a smile, but I think we do know that a lot of the conditions that workers face genuinely not okay. There are people in my comments, more than one person in my comment has talked about themselves crying in their cars before work. That's not okay. It's not okay that you are weeping in your car before you go to your job. That's something wrong. You know it's something wrong because you typed it out and you was like, this is really upsetting. It upsets me. That's honestly been one of the hardest things. It's hard, but it's a beautiful hard. Hearing how many people are like, I am so deeply unhappy where I am and I don't see a way out. That is the core of so many of the comments in my inbox. Even the ones, I had someone comment like, oh, I wish I was a heiress, something like that. Like, I wish I had family money where I could quit my job. But even that is coming from that mindset of like, I don't think I am good enough to have a job that pays me well. I don't think I'm good enough to have a life where I don't have to labor endlessly. I genuinely don't believe that about myself. That is such a hard thing to have on your spirit and to hold and to tell yourself day in and day out. That is just suffering, and it's unnecessary suffering. But until you change, you really think that's the only way to do it. I used to do this too, so I get it. Like, I used to be in the exact same space, and I didn't see any way out. I just didn't see it. You know, you can't see, you can't see. You just don't get it. And then literally it's the curtain being lifted. The metaphor I use is, I feel like I was praying to God, y'all, to get me out of that job. I was like, Lord, please. And I feel like he was watching me, and it was as if I was in a prison cell where the door was unlocked and it was open. But I was sitting there like, please, please, Lord. And he was like, baby, walk. Like, I did my part, baby girl. I need you to get up and walk. And that's what I finally did. But I know how it is tumultuous. That whole time was tumultuous, y'all. I think I'm very much on the other side. I think at 3 months, you will probably be on the other side, maybe depending on how traumatic your work experience was. But I am on the other side of it. But I remember, it is this churn. You're doing something that's so unlike what you're used to, what you think you can do, what you've experienced, but it's just so foreign, and it can be paralyzing. So I understand that. And if that's where you are in that paralysis, just breathe out, because that's all you can do. And then when the time is right, you'll start relaxing, and you'll start remembering who you are, and you'll start seeing things you didn't see before. You'll start getting opportunities you weren't aware of before, and then it'll just get better and better and better until you understand who you are again and you leave that situation. And just give yourself grace, because it's a lot. 3 months later and I'm out of it, but I still remember it. It's a lot. Hope you all enjoyed this update. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the comments. I'm still responding to every single comment, but I know that at some point it's gonna get untenable. But currently, because some people are like, you made this video 2 months ago, you're probably not gonna see this. And I'm just like, I see it. I see you. Hi. Someone left me a comment that was just like, hi, Chimdi. And I was just like, hi. Like, Give me a little bit more. Give me a little bit more. Also, you probably noticed this, but I match your energy in the comments. So if you give me like a heart emoji, I'm gonna give you a little kiss emoji. Like but if you write me a paragraph, I'm like, all right, well, let's get into it. We gotta talk about this stuff. And I've had people write me essays, and I'm like, oh, you wanna write an essay? Well, I gotta, you know, like, I'm gonna match your energy, all right? Because I appreciate you. I appreciate you in this world, in this creative world. We put this stuff out there. We know some people are watching. It's those of you who actually touch us, who actually give us something to respond to, that becomes the real audience. And so I am just really appreciative for you all. And the community that are in these comments is there because you create the community. So I am just so blessed that I can create a container for you all to create a community within. So dope. All right, that's the video, y'all. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you have not already. Are you joining the fam before 10K or after 10K? What's nice is saying you were here before 10K is like,
Okay.
all right, you can sniff out YouTube talent. I like that. But everyone after, you'll get to say you were here before 20K. You know, there's room for all of us in this family. All right, y'all. Bye.